Hey folks, back here at the Just Chamia show with our very special guest, Miss Yolanda from Big O Pretty Girls. Change.org started a petition online to get Old Navy to adjust their pricing policy against plus size women. So Old Navy, they make clothes for men of all sizes, and say a pair of jeans, if a man is a size, I don't know what men's sizes are, a size 22 versus a 42, there's one price for the jeans. However, for women, women of regular sizes pay one price, and women who are plus size at Old Navy, they pay a higher price. So the company, which is Gap, which owns Old Navy, the company has responded saying that they are now going to allow plus size merchandise returns in the store versus having to ship it back, but their pricing policy will remain the same. First, do you shop at Gap and Old Navy?
Not really. I don't really shop at Old Navy or Gap. I may have a few pieces. You know, their stuff really don't fit someone of my structure. Okay. The curvy girl? Yeah, my structure.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
So, but this whole notion of women with curvy bodies, or women of, I hate the term plus size, women of all sizes having to pay different prices. Has that been your shopping experience? Have you seen that?
Yes, that is what I have seen before, and you know, from a designer standpoint, you do have to pay more for more material. But I think if you're going to charge us women, then you need to charge the men. If you're going to be, I mean, I understand from a designer point of view of the fabric, you know, it's going to cost me a little more money to get the fabric, more fabric, for a size 28 than it would for a size 10 or a size 2 or a size whatever.
But do you think that holds true for mass merchandisers like a Walmart, like a Old Navy, that they get bulk discounts?
No, I don't think that it does, but I just feel like if you're going to charge women that, then I think you need to be fair across the board, because it's discriminating in some aspect to me. Between the sexes, you're saying it's more discrimination between the sexes.
Okay, that's fair. So let me ask you this. Elle magazine did a recent article on model Myla D'Albesio, who's been booked for Calvin Klein's Perfectly Fit campaign. So she's a size 10. Calvin Klein didn't say that she was plus size, but a lot of media has been saying, you know, wow, this is historic for Calvin Klein to book this larger size model for this campaign. But she's saying, even I'm not plus size, I'm in between size. What do you think this message, what do you think the messages that media is really putting out there, or designers like Calvin Klein are really putting out there about women who are average sized in America? I believe the average size is a 14 or a 16, but when they describe perfectly fit as someone, and you've seen the pictures of the model, I mean, she looks what we would think as a size 4, but she's not, she's a size 10. She has, you know, no rolls and a bikini. What do you think the message is that these designers and fashion magazines and the fashion industry and the media are putting out there about what real women look like, are perfectly fit?
I think they have no message. It's just something to do, honestly. Because if you look at the average person and the average woman, what size are we? You know what I'm saying? And that's for all, races, all, you know. People are who they are. And I don't think we should be discriminated because we're of a larger caliber, of a larger size. You know, I've had to deal with that. You know, dealing with body image and all that stuff with, you know, growing up. I was always built different from everybody else. I was always bigger than everybody else.
So did you deal with your issues, or did you see it as an issue of body image because of what you saw around you, or was it because of what you saw on TV and in magazines, etc.?
It was every single solitary thing. I never fit in with anything. I was too big to be a model, but I was too small to be a plus size model.
Right.
So I was in the middle.
Maybe you're like Myla then. You're in between sides.
I was in the middle. I was in you know, I was in the middle. I've always been a muscular type, you know, person.
So from designers like Calvin Klein or any of these designers in the fashion industry and the media industry out there, what is it that you want to see?
I want to see more variety for plus size or larger size or average size women. We don't like curtains. We don't want our clothes made out of curtains.
Right.
Or plaids. Or if you're going to make that nice, beautiful dress for that size too, make that nice, beautiful dress with the same material for a size 22. I'm guaranteed there's a market.
There it is. That's a very nice segue into the market of Big Old Pretty Girls. So tell me, what is Big Old Pretty Girls all about? How'd you get started? How'd it come to be? And what is it that you do?
Okay, Big Old Pretty Girls is a brand. I'm just going to claim that. It's going to be a brand. It is a brand. Big Old Pretty Girls started was because I didn't have something to wear on New Year's Eve. So my husband told me to, you know, why don't you make something? So I thought it was funny because I've never taken a sewing class. I don't sew.
Right.
But I can create some stuff. So I threw something together, never took a sewing class, didn't use a pattern, posted a picture on Facebook, I got 8 orders.
Wow.
Did it again, I was like, oh, y'all playing. Did it again, got 7 orders. Okay, that was on New Year's Eve. So then I started really looking at it, taking it seriously. Well, maybe okay. Because the beginning, the name was Simply Outrageous Designs. There's already a Simply Outrageous Design. So as my husband and I were walking across 14th and, I believe it was 14th and Castro, this man yelled out, man, what you gonna do with that big old pretty girl? So I automatically got angry. I was like, he just called me fat. In my mind, I'm still dealing with the body image. I'm fat. No, I'm fabulous.
Yes, you are.
Because my husband said, hun, where was fat at? I heard big old pretty girl.
Yeah.
Listen to his accent. He's from the South. That's what they call it. I like it. You don't like it? I said, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, after being together after 18 years, you better love it.
Right. That's right. Get your life, husband.
Get your life, honey.
All right. So I also hear that you do quite a bit of giving back in the community.
Well, I'm starting to get involved with a lot of different organizations. I just had my first one, which was Thursday, with a group called Truth Is. And I met the young lady on Facebook, and it was for teen suicide prevention. Her son killed himself via heroin overdose. He was a teenager. So seeing that, being a person that lived that life, I told her I totally understand what your son was going through, because I am a suicide survivor.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was I understood. When she said her son took his life, I told her just like this. There's nothing that you could have said. There's nothing that you could have done. That's all in here. So for me, I had to pray my way through it. Because that is suicide, and people call it weak, and you know, why'd you do that? You don't know people's story.
Right.
And you don't know what's in somebody's mind.
Right.
So that's why it pays for you to be nice.
Compassionate.
Because what you say could be the last thing that that person needed to go ahead and off themselves. So people need to really be kind about, you know, and passionate about how you treat people. You know, you don't know where I just came from. You don't know if I didn't have anything to eat. You don't know what the world is doing to me in my head. Right. You know what I'm saying? So as a person that have lived that life, you know, I understand. So there was nothing for me not to do to help her when she called me, because I was her son.
Wow.
And I never told my parents. Nobody knew. But that's something that I had to deal with, and I'm so glad that he put me in line to let me know that, hey, I got you. And once I realized that that's nothing but the enemy, you must have something for me to do, God. So let me go and figure out what it is. I woke up, I got laid off, I woke up with Big Old Pretty Girls. And I kid you not. I kid you not. I hated going to work every day. I would have migraines every day. And I said, God, I need you to do something. I don't want to do this anymore. I got to do something. I was too much for work. I would get in trouble every week. You got too much flair, you got too much jewelry on, you got too much, your nails too, your hair too, I was just too much. And my manager told me, he said, Yolanda, you're too much for them.
Just for being you.
You're too much, they can't take it. He said, you need to go into fashion. So of course I laughed again. That was the fashion. Then my husband said, start your own business. And here it is. Almost 3 years later.
Wow.
Big Old Pretty Girls will be 3 years old. The official start date, I'll say December 31st.
Wonderful. New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Making that dress.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Yes. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Where can folks learn more about Big Old Pretty Girls? Where can we shop? What do you have for us?
You can get Big Old Pretty Girls at www.bigoldprettygirls.com. You can find me on Facebook, type of Big OLE Pretty Girls.
Oh, not old.
Not old like old, but OLE, Big Old Pretty Girls. Facebook, hey, Google me, baby.
Wonderful. Well, Yolanda, thank you so much. I'm a fan. I own some Big Old Pretty Girl t-shirts, one of which my son snagged and I have a little hole in it, but I still rock it because it's fly.
You'll get another one today. Don't worry about it. You'll get another one today.
Thank you so much, y'all. Check her out, Big Old Pretty Girls.com.